This is the first of what will hopefully be many CS About Rugby League previews, reviews and general videos in the future. Joining me today obviously is the editor of CS About Rugby League, Ben Carney on the end there, and our betting guru specialist, Paul Renard, in the middle. First topic for this week is the Super 8, basically in general, so either of you like to start?
Well, yeah, brilliant game on Thursday. Castleford went to Leeds, nothing to play for, and did a job on the Rhinos, to be honest. I couldn't believe it. Luke Gale was absolutely outstanding, probably scored the try of the season, which could be matched by George Williams on Friday. Did you see the game Friday, Ben?
Yeah, I did. I think Wigan should have won that game. They should have won it comfortably. They had the chances, but Saints defended well for the most part, and they took the chance at the end, so can't deny them the win.
So even though it's been a bit of a packed week, some good bad results, what are we thinking for next week?
Well, basically, for me, you've got to be looking at Huddersfield. They're probably the team to beat at the moment. So I think the Rhinos don't look good at the moment. So I can see Leeds getting beat at Huddersfield, but obviously second, Saints third, and Leeds fourth. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. Fortunately, I'm a Leeds fan, so I'm not liking the slumping form at the moment. But it's hard to see us going to Huddersfield and winning, especially with, well, in great form, let's be honest. Danny Brough just running things, and I think Saints will beat Warrington on Thursday. You think they're going to put the kids out?
I think they might do. I think, like I say, if we can win, basically Saints are guaranteed to finish outside the top two. So they'll be playing away from home in the playoffs anyway if they finish third or fourth. So I think I think they might beat Warrington, but I could imagine that they might just take the opportunity. I can't see Walmsley coming back. He won't be risked.
Well, I mean, being a Wigan fan myself, obviously I expect Wigan to finish top. I am slightly cautious that Castleford may ruin the home record. As far as the Saints one, obviously this afternoon I took in the Academy semi-finals as Wigan play Warrington. They'll play St Helens next Saturday. So I don't think St Helens will really rest too much for the Warrington game on Thursday, because the chance of beating Wigan in the grand final and stealing the title, it's every Saints fan's dream really to beat Wigan, especially at your own ground. Speaking about the Academy, obviously it's been a season where young players have come up and they performed well. Is there any Academy players at the moment that you'd single out ahead of possibly a position in next week's game?
Well, obviously for me, Gildart's done really well at Wigan. He's probably made himself a spot in the team. I think he could play in the playoffs. Have you seen any at Leeds, Ben?
Well, obviously Jordan Lilly's coming at hooker. We've announced that we're going to be releasing Robbie Ward this week, which is slightly surprising for me. He's not really been given an opportunity, but Lilly was a half by trade. He's filling in at hooker. He got man of the match, the Leeds man of the match anyway against Castleford. I think he'll play there again next week. Hopefully he can play to the standard he did against Cass, and this time we get the win.
Just before we move on to the Championship, obviously our players of the week, with the Super 8 being completed, who are your two choices?
Well, you've got to go for Luke Gale. Ran the show against Leeds. I don't say it with much happiness, but you've got to say that were one of the best individual performances of the season, and he were everywhere. We're just support play, running the show. His kicking game was spot on, so he'd definitely be my player of the week this week. Any others, Paul?
Well, you've got to say Roby, haven't you? I think that tweet and the post we put up there is doing the rounds. He's 62 tackles against Wigan. He's back to his best, and I think we're looking forward to the internationals in October, November. I think if England can get Hodgson and Roby interchanging at hooker, I think we've got a real match for Gale in the New Zealand team, definitely.
So on the Championship, the results this weekend, it means basically that 4 from 5 for Super League next season. Salford have secured theirs. What's your feelings on possibly Wakefield being shot in the £1 million game, and how do you think that could affect what both Wakefield and Bradford do this weekend?
Well, I think Paul said it earlier. I think it comes down to home advantage. The last games of the season, Bradford obviously they're hoping to get the win, which they'll need. Wakefield only need to get a win, better points difference, they'll finish fourth. So I think home advantage will be big. I think Wakefield will have that. Bradford need Gaskell to play. Like I say, he runs everything for him, but I've got a sneaky suspicion it'll be Wakefield staying up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Bradford were really good at Lee on Saturday. Like I say, obviously, I'm from that part of the world, and it's a real shame. Lee have had a great season. Paul Rowley, fantastic coach. We've spoken to him a few times at series about rugby league, and he's been brilliant to interview. The old club have really helped us, and it's a shame that they've gone out so early. But yeah, Bradford deserved that win. They deserve to be where they are, but I think it'll be tough. They got badly beaten at Wakefield in the middle eight itself. I think going to Bellevue, I think will be difficult. So I think unfortunately probably is going to be 4 Super League teams are going to maintain their status.
So just before we come to sort of a crescendo for this, one of the biggest issues we've had recently is the video referees. It seems a lot of people saying it's a little too much. What are your opinions on the video referees being either at every game next season or being scrapped altogether?
My personal opinion is, if we can, we should get them at every game. Either that or just have them not at all. I'm not sure this going up for a try or no try. I think it worked initially, but I'm not sure it's working anymore. I think it's just confusing things. Nobody really knows what's going on. I think it was the Saints Cast game. They were sending him up no try, and then somehow managed to find a try. So I personally just think it should go back to old school. Just go to the screen, and then he can just make a decision on what he sees. That's just me.
Yeah, it's been too much for me. I think you've got referees that are within 2 feet of the play, and they're going upstairs to a video that's 12 feet away. I think sometimes the referees have got a better view. Why are they going upstairs? And there was an obvious obstruction on Friday in the Saints Wigan game, and he's gone upstairs for it. It was obvious, but he didn't need to go upstairs. The games are lasting for nearly 2 hours now. It's nearly 10 o'clock by the time the TV games are finished. It's too long. I think the referees need to start backing themselves.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely. I think they either scrap it all together or they send it up. I hate to say it, similar to rugby union. Send it up as a question, try or no try for the ones he's not sure on, and then is there any reason I can disallow the try? Give me a reason to give the try. I think it needs to be free, because when they send it up as a try, he's finding it difficult at times to find conclusive evidence. It's just really confusing.
Well, some of them fingertip tries, let's be honest, that isn't they're not conclusive evidence. You could say benefit of the doubt that they're tries, and that's fair enough on the old rules, like you're saying. But if a referee's give no try, I can't see how that could go as evidence that the ball's been touched down properly. It's not. You're going off it's benefit of the doubt again. The try's been given, so technically speaking, as a rule book, them tries should have been disallowed.
And if that's given, Ryan Hall should have been given against Australia.
Definitely.
We should have won that game.
I think we'll all agree with that.
So, just as a sort of comedic end to this one, we've come across from a sort of slightly strange source a petition about James Child's disgraceful refereeing this year. The comedic side of it is that most petitions need 100,000 to get some parliamentary say. This one's got 182 supporters. So I'd say good luck to anyone who expects that against 100,000.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're aiming for 200. I think if they can reach that total, they'll be heading for BBC News headlines. I mean, you've got to give it to him. James Child, I personally think he's not a bad referee. He's had his bad games this season, but I think they all have, let's be honest. And I think to single out one referee, just single out them all. If you're going to do a petition, just do a petition for all of them. Get rid of them all.
Yeah, imagine the carnage. Well, it's even better. But I mean, I think Jeremy Corbyn's coming now. He's saying email me some questions for PMQs. Maybe someone email him a question, get rid of James Charles at PMQs. Let's see David Cameron. I mean, we've got the refugee crisis coming up now, so maybe it's more important than that. So yeah, let's see if we can get an email to Jeremy Corbyn. Let's get PMQs. Let's see if we can get rid of James Charles. Ridiculous.
So, any final thoughts before we come to an end?
Sack James Child.
Well, yeah. What more can you say? I mean, we're all behind the referees. It's a really hard job. They do it really well, and they get the support from us. And let's back them. They're doing our job, and let's be honest, no game without them.
Yeah, agreed. We should start his own Facebook page, James Child's Bar Me Album.
So, thank you for tuning in for what originally is going to be a tested episode. Please give us your views and your comments, and if we get enough good feedback, we may do another one in the future. There's also plans to possibly do an audio podcast, so anyone in favour of anything along that line, even any fan interviews, please give us your feedback. Thanks for tuning in.
And if you'd like to join us on the sofa, Put your name down.